Hey guys, welcome back to another devlog for my upcoming indie horror game, Blood Antlers. In this devlog, we're going to be covering over the things I've done in the last 2 weeks. Apologies for not being here last week and no video last week. I was doing the Global Game Jam. I will briefly show what I did in this video because it's not enough to make its own video on. And it was more just to explore a type of mechanic, basically. But yeah, in today's devlog even, we're going to be going through 2 major updates and then a few little minor changes that I thought were interesting enough to share. So yeah, let's get straight into it.
Right, so to start off with, let me just firstly... Okay, we can't see. I love that. Okay, so I accidentally deleted this recording. This is meant to be... So I already recorded this. This is obviously the first one, but I deleted it by accident. So I've come back now and sorted out some issues that you'll see later on in the video with the fire system. But this is the first thing that I wanted to show off that I've added. It is the altar, which is going to be the main structure of the second level, which we're in now. In the previous one, there was obviously this little crafting bench that you can use to upgrade your spear. Obviously, my spear is already maxed out, so I don't need to do that. But what basically happens with this is... Actually, we start off with the visuals. I chose this mainly because it resonates well with Appalachian, like forest horror, ritualistic structures like that. As you can see with all the branches and stuff, they're all curled round. And then lots of the spikes as well to indicate danger. As for the actual altar in the middle, I'm really not happy with it. This is meant to be blood and flesh, and this is meant to be like black stone, which is meant to be like demonic, and it's an altar of death and sacrifice. Doesn't really give that. It kind of just gives nothing. I think actually this might just be better without this piece entirely, but let me know what you guys think and how I should maybe edit this out. I did this little structure here. I think maybe just having like some kind of extra sticks here or like even a log would be better with some blood on it. Might be better. But anyway, the functionality serves. So in the first level, you've obviously got the spear, which is what your main task is to upgrade. In the second level, it's a lot bigger. And as you can see, I'm rapid now. And the reason is you can now, I've already done it already, but I can do this. And that basically means I can increase the speed of my character to go and chase down some of the animals in the area. I won't show them off yet because that's coming later. But this is to basically keep up with the deer. Oh, I might not need to. There's... Hello. Okay. Maybe I will show this off then. Anyway. Be like... That's what we're doing. So this is to balance the map, basically. Because the map is so unbelievably large compared to the first one, I wanted to add something to make the player feel like they can still move around correctly. Here's the Katari as well. Let me... And this also does mean, though, I can absolutely lack the Katari. And he becomes much less of a threat. So I will be adding in a system to continually make him a threat. Because if I can just do this each time, he's never going to hit me. Obviously, he can hit me if I get close. But I won't let him do that, basically. So we'll run away from him now. So it just adds it. Also, I don't know if I can get him to chase me. He's not going to chase me all the way back here, actually. Let's just return back to base. So speed increases the balance of the game, of the map, and to make sure that the Katari stays terrifying is that I'm probably going to either increase its speed with every time you kill an animal or something like that. Either that, or I'm thinking of maybe doing another creature on the map that could hunt you down and can help the Katari, not kill you just by itself, but can help the Katari in its mission to kill you. So that's the altar. Let me know what you guys think. And I will be removing this little section here because it just looks weird. Anyway, moving on to the next section, which is going to be the reason that I cannot sleep yet. As you can see at the top left, it's the timer system. Alright, so just to quickly revert back to why the campfire wasn't working, it actually leads into something that I forgot I did at the start of this week, which is there is now a system in the game which gives you a set amount of time in the night to complete the mission, which is to kill the animals before it gets to midnight, basically. Now, the way I want to implement this, I haven't implemented it yet in level 2. It only currently works for level 1. But it's a simple case of literally copying it over, fairly sure. So this is day 1. We have our spear and stuff, so I'm going to turn it to night. Alright, so just to segue in from what just happened, basically, the campfire level wasn't functioning because I hadn't said it, so basically, there is now a new system in the game where you only have a set amount of time to kill all the animals in the game before the Qatari comes and kills you. Now, I wanted to add this in because it felt like during the night it was a little bit too slow and there wasn't really anything more than just the Qatari hunting you that was dangerous, and it felt slow. It felt slow. So to fix this issue, I've added the time system in. So when I now go to sleep, it starts as a timer. Now, obviously, it's only on 10 seconds currently, but that doesn't mean anything yet. But basically, when this now hits 0, what it is going to do is it is going to give the Qatari your location constantly until you're asleep, basically. Now, again, this is to make it difficult. It doesn't necessarily mean you can't go outside and kill the deers, but as you can see, it's coming after me now. There we go. Right, let's run back to the cabin. And then I go to sleep and reset the timer for the next day, basically. And another thing to mention, actually, is if we go back to sleep... Oh, because it's reset that. Okay. So basically now the issue has come up where I've set it so the default value of the cannot sleep yet. So basically what should usually happen is if the timer has not yet reached 0, you cannot go to sleep. So it forces you to stay outside to do the task while also giving you a limit and a motivational factor, some would say, to finish the task. Now, I'm just going to go quickly fix what this issue is because it's very aggravating. It's not working a second time. So I'll be back in 1 second while I fix that. All right, I'm back. I've managed to fix it. So just to quickly go into the code of what happened there. Basically, yeah, it was a long night, but it's okay. We have to do these things. But anyway, so what happens is when the time limit, or in order to sleep, this has to be set to true. Now, what was happening is it was setting it to true when you click it, which is set it here. But this wasn't being called, was the main issue at all. Because what happens is as soon as the time limit reaches 0 and you go to sleep, which is what triggers this, it hides it. So if we go now into the player character, okay, we just ignore. It's not cleaned up yet. It will be though. Don't worry. Spaghetti code for now. And I think it's somewhere in here where it hides it, and that stops it from being able to run, basically. I am just going to find it, because otherwise it's not going to make much sense. Here we go. So it sets visibility of this UI to visible, which means this code can run. But if we finish, or when we click, change to night, it will set it to hidden. I don't know where that is. Here we go. When it changes to day, shouldn't be that. It should be hidden. Oh, sorry. When it changes to day, it sets the visibility of the widget to hidden, which stops this code from running, meaning the time limit stays as false, meaning that we aren't able to sleep in the bed because it's false. It needs to be true. So to sort this out, I went into the UI of the timer and made it, sorry, not the UI. We go into here. We go, when the day begins, no matter what, it will always set this value to be true when it turns to day, which fixes the issue basically. Or rather, when you go to sleep and it turns into day, it sets the value to true, so then you can reactivate it the next day. I will show you what this looks like. We're now on night 3, and obviously, as you can see, I already was testing this. The time is at 0, and we can sleep. We can't sleep. I love game development so much. We'll try something else. I may as well do this live because I just want to show you guys what the game is functioning like currently. So we're going to go into the main. Also, apologies for sniffles. It's a cold currently. So we're going to the main menu. I'm going to reset this. We're going to start the game. Here we are. It's preparing shaders apparently. And if I come over to here, oh, okay, it's got us tonight. I'm now pressing E key. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm pressing E key. It's not letting me sleep because it's not time. It hasn't reached 0 yet. And now I sleep. It sets the time. It sets the value to true. It gets rid of the time on the screen. I can go out, collect my sticks, come back, and when I'm ready, it goes back to sleep. And that is the little cycle there. Obviously, again, the timer will be about 3 minutes long for each night. That's more of a balancing thing. So that's currently the time system, but that needs to also be implemented then also into the second level, which is this one here. But that's currently how it's staged currently. I said currently 5 times there. So Now we've covered the timer, we've covered the altar. I also want to cover the updates to the deer mechanic, so I will get into that right now. So we're back, and I've managed to fix it again. So when I click this, turns it to night, and this is what the time limit would be more. It's a more realistic time limit of 180 seconds. At night, I also feel that this does look a lot better, but obviously, as you can see, on the floor, this is where you can notice that it's not really part of the environment, and it feels a bit disjointed. So that one is it's on the list for improvement, and also the colors are a little bit the contrast is too high, but overall the look was good. But this is what they look like at night, and this is also the bit where I'm going to show off how the deer system now works. So I did have to reset my character. Where's the crafting bench? There it is. So I'm going to get a level 3 spear, which I can get to immediately, and now we're going to go look for a deer to kill. As you can see, I'm really not sure about how I want this flashlight strength to be. Currently, I feel like it's a little bit too dim and a little bit too short, so it's difficult to find where... Oh my good god. Okay, sorry. I added a... Yes, here we are. Here's a deer. They now make noises, so you can find out where they are just by listening. It's got a... Okay, it's incredibly loud. It's got one of those Okay, right, you know what? It changes the volume depending on how far away you are from it. So if I now run away, yeah, so it changes the noises. So this is how you find them, and you come over, and when I hit it, it's gonna run away, or try to. There was a hill there, so it didn't really do it. Runs away, finds a new location, and I kill it again, and it vanishes into the void. It is under the ground right now. But with the deers, they're supposed to give you more sacrifice in the boars, but they are harder to kill. And as you can see, one shot from the level 3 spear will insta-kill a boar, whereas it takes 2 shots for a deer, which allows for it to run away, basically. There's also a system in place where if I was being chased by the Qatari and I ran into this area, the Qatari would stop chasing me and basically go to a different area completely. So we're gonna try and look for another deer to hopefully kill. Oh, there's a boar here. Oh, there we go. So I'm gonna hit it. It runs away. Needs to be a little bit faster, to be honest. Runs away. I can catch up to it and kill it. Now, bearing in mind, I have maxed out my speed upgrade, so that's why I'm so able to kill them so easily. I want to see if this works as well. So if I come here, the Qatari even should just come chase me from wherever I am. It might be a bit too far away to even recognize that as true. Let me try exiting it and then entering it again. Okay, I don't know where the Qatari is. He's probably somewhere. I've not set up. Oh, basically, the Qatari is on the map as well, I promise. Oh. No, okay. Where is that boar? I'm going to kill it. Just demonstrate the boar is it's in the game as well, in this level. Nope, the boar's not here anywhere. So I'm going to rush back to base, and I should be able to sleep. No, not sleep yet. I've got to wait for the timer to finish, and I can sleep now. And there we go. There's a night completed. Obviously, as you can see, there's a glitch. The timer has not come off, but I should be able to... Oh, it's just adding another one on top of the... Oh, okay, that's not a good bug. But that is also the deer upgrade done. So I'll go back onto the forest level just so I have something to put on in the background. In fact, no, I'll show off some of the blueprints, because why not? So now, this is the character blueprint. This is where pretty much everything happens, and currently I have an awful system of interaction. Now, I know you can do an interaction system where you can set up a literal interaction thing where it will check if this object is interactable and it will trigger the thing within that object rather than doing it all through this. But for now, I'm doing it like this. I have used some functions here that are called upon throughout it, but it will check. Once you hit E on something, it will check what's the tag, and then based on that tag, it will do a certain function. We then have the system down here, which is the attack system. Sorry, if I'm rushing through this, I will try to slow down a little bit. And this based on the spear level, it will play the sound and stuff like that. And if the spear level is more than 1, it will play a sound. If it's less than, it won't do anything, because it won't have a spear level, basically. The spear level, the under level 1 means, do you have a spear or not, basically. We then come into here, and this is also, I believe, the deer and boar. Yeah, so that casts them to hit and stuff. And we have our relative location, spear attack, blah, 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 blah. And the animation works there as well. I wonder if there's anything. You know what? This is too much to show in one video for the for that. So I'm going to go into the altar blueprint and show off how that works. So we're going to the altar. When this is a particle effect, so this gets triggered to indicate that it's being used, basically, to give a little bit of player feedback. And down here we have the interact. Now, when it's interacted, it will pop up with the UI menu and it will put hidden to visible to make sure that it is not just going to keep replacing it, because I think that's what's happening with the timer for the second level. Disable input, set the mouse cursor to true, and then it will go into the main menu, UI, which is here. And we have, oh, no, it's not main menu. Alter menu is what I meant to say. Here we go. And here we go into there. Right, so how this functions is it will check, do you have a certain amount of sacrifices? Do you have enough sacrifices, first of all? And if you do, it will count as, okay, you bought this, take 10 off you, and it will increase your speed by 10%, which we've added here. And then this goes into the progress bar, which is up there, sets the particle effects off, and lovely like that. So that's most of all of the Blood Antlers updates. There are three major things. The timer system is honestly a massive thing in development, and it still very heavily needs some editing to do. But once it's done, it will make the gameplay feel a lot more fast-paced. Again, sorry for the sniffling. It's winter, I think. Actually, no, it's not spring now. But I'm going to now go into what I did for the game jam and just give a little demonstration of what I did for it. So yeah. Alrighty, so here we have the... Oh, actually, just not them. Let me get that back up. All right. So, first of all, I'd like to say I did this in 3 hours. I think even 2, actually. So, just excuse the fact that there are 0 visuals. But, so for this game jam, the topic was, I believe, masks. So, we'll just jump straight into it. Oh! Where? Oh! Okay. There they are. Right, okay. So, to explain what is going on right now, this game works similar to the FNAF Security Breach Ruin DLC, where you can put on a mask, which is the MDT, and it has a power system and blah, blah, blah. But basically, you need to get through this maze type structure to get to the other side to get out of this little weird dimension. And to do that, you can't... Okay, that was a bad example. Basically, the walls are hidden. And the only way to reveal the walls is by pressing E, which puts the mask on. And you can see, okay, where are the walls? Or where is the wall not? I go in here. And I'm like, okay, I want to go in this way. Oh, I can't because it's green. So we deactivate that. We now look, okay, all the greens are in place. But there is one red out of place. So we can go through here and come out. Do the same again. And this is the basic mechanic of the entire game. And there's also a little power-up thing, which, as you can see, we're using power and it runs out, then you're kind of screwed. This is a little battery. We pick it up. It gives you some more power, basically. Where is the next exit? There it is. Now, for this game jam, I mean, I wasn't particularly impressed with what I did. I like the mechanic and the whole battery system as well. I think that's nice. But as for it in general, I feel like the visuals could have been massively improved because these are literal blocks. But you get to the end and it also changes up like the direction of the things of the... Can I go through this way? Yeah, I can. Change this way. And you can spam it, but by spamming it, it will eat up more of your battery. So I don't know where to go from here. This way? No? Okay. Here? No. Right, well, as you can see, the mechanic works. So that's what's important. See, I can't remember because it was so long ago. It was a whole week ago now. Aha! Yeah, so we go through this way and we can run through and get the battery. Now, where's the next section? Is this... Okay, good. I can go through this way. And then we want to... Can't go through there. Trying to think of where the next section is. And the battery lasts for the entire game, so you have to find... Also, the power is for the entire game. So if you aren't able to find any batteries, then you lose the game. Oh, Christ. Oh, no. How do I get out of here? Okay. It seems I can go get this battery at least. There we go. But I think this gets my point across. Oh no, I can get out this way. And then there comes the final level. And okay, no, it's final level, yeah. So it's very similar to this one. I was like, you know what? We'll go into the actual project and shut off that way. I think it'll be a little bit better. here's the maze. So it's literally just a maze network, but to get through it, you have to use this weird little mechanic that turns off and on the different objects to traverse it and to navigate it. But yeah, that is called the Hidden World. I did put it on the itch page and my Discord, but unfortunately, in the build of the game, the cursor isn't visible and it isn't enabled. So you start the game and you can't use the main menu. So basically, you can't play the game. But so I was a bit annoyed by that, but it's okay. It was interesting for a first actual test of a game jam. I've never really done a game jam before, but it was really cool. But yeah, that's what I did over last weekend, if you were interested. So now we'll move on to the outro. That is the most recent devlog for Blood Antlers and a little show into what I did for the Global Game Jam for January. For the London event. I don't know if is the Global Game Jam. I'm assuming it's global. Anyway, yeah. So that's what I've done basically. I hope you all enjoyed this video. And yeah, let me know what you think of the altar. Should I change it? I'm going with that. I probably should. And remember, the blueprints will be fixed. So yeah, have a great rest of your days, and I will see you later.